The FA have now handed out punishments to Fulham boss Marco Silva and striker Alexander Mitrovic. That followed that bad-tempered FA Cup quarter-final against Manchester United. For Fulham striker Alexander Mitrovic, it's an 8-game ban following his red card in that FA Cup quarter-final, 1 game of which has already been served. So 7 matches to go, but the statute book says it is an 8-game ban with 7 left to be served. As for Marco Silva, a 2-match touchline ban for his part in the melee. Both have received £20,000 fines by the Football Association, but that top line, Fulham striker Alexander Mitrovic, an 8-game ban. He's already served one of those. 7 games absence to come.
Perfection as always. Good work, Perfection. Benny, what do you make of that? The 20 grand fines are relevant. They've got more money than you can shake a stick at, so that won't hurt them at all. But 8 games, he's served one, so a 7-game ban for Mitrovic.
It's the right thing. He's obviously put his hands on the ref, got all up in the ref's face, and yeah, they had to lay a marker down so it couldn't happen. In my opinion, they should have done it the week before with Bruno, but they didn't. They let him get away with it. But Mitrovic, yeah, unfortunately, when you do that and you put hands on the referee, then they've got to set an example, not just for Premier League players, but the way for it filtering down the football pyramid, the English Football League and into grassroots.
Do you think, though, so I'm looking at the league table now, Fulham 10th, right? So those 7 games will take him on to 35 games. So he'll have 3 games left, right? It's a big chunk they're missing. Do you think it's the right length of ban? Do you think maybe it should have been longer or less? And also, do you think that there should be, rather than the Premier League or the FA, whoever decides this ultimately, do you think it should be written in a rule book that if you lay your hands on the referee, it is X amount of games, rather than having a look at something and going, oh, he's put his hands on him, so we should work out what that ban's going to be?
Well, you know, I think, even though we've seen it before in previous years when the Canio, because it'd be interesting to find out what Di Canio's was. Remember when Di Canio pushed the referee? How many games did he get banned for? I mean, that's off the top of my head, but it'd be interesting to look at that. So I'm guessing something would be in there somewhere about putting your hands on the officials. I get that, but I think 8 games is sufficient for me.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, I mean, that could really scupper their chances, Fulham, of getting European football, right? Because we know how important he was for them to get out of the Championship, and he's done a pretty good job so far when he's been playing.
Yeah, exactly.
And one moment of madness, and it was one absolute moment of madness. Yeah,
exactly. So they had to put a statement out there. They couldn't give Mitrovic, unfortunately, a 2-game ban or 3-game ban, because it doesn't really. It's like a red card. You don't really feel the full effect.
Yeah.
8 games, you go, ooh, okay.
It's a lot.
It's a lot of games.
Do you think when they're making the decision, they should take into account what the game is about, where the game is being played, the moment of the game? No. You don't think so? Because if you're playing an FA Cup game at Old Trafford, right, or any massive club, and you're leading with 20 minutes to go, I think that was roughly there or thereabouts, and there's a heated exchange or something, you're not quite happy with, in this case, a penalty that was given, rightly so, by the way. Do you not think if you take all that into account, I'm playing devil's advocate here, by the way, do you not think maybe that should be something they think about? Because you should understand that pressure cooker environment.
No, because you've been playing football long enough, you know full well what you can and can't do. Yeah, scream, shout, do all that stuff, but the moment you start getting in the officials' faces, putting your hands on the officials, you give them the license to do it. But as I said, I want to see consistency. Okay. I think if you put your hands on any official, I don't care if it's one hand in the back, on his chest, whatever. Yeah. The moment you put a hand on an official, there should be a punishment. Okay.
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.